Woof!
Hi everyone, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Woof!
Bark Boy and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show, everyone. Hi, good to see everybody here. His bark is not worse than his bite. Did I say that right? Probably not.
Karma Music is in the house.
Well, you know, we're going to be switching. Well, this will be up through August in the summer, but I've got another one planned for early fall. Special little light. And let's see, today for one of the, I have a couple of, oracle decks here, but the one I chose for the collective tonight is Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle, so I'm going to read that one. I've been calling him that, Gina. How's it going, Mr. O?
It's going. What do you want me to do?
I'm going to want you to pull that up there if you haven't already.
I'm distracted by barking. Barking at the moon.
So that is our oracle for the collective, Spirit Animal Oracle. It can be read by Colette Baron Reed, upright or reversed. Mr. O is going to pick one for us. Let's see what he gets. One, Mr. O. What do you got? Ooh.
Rabbit Spirit.
Bunnies! Yay!
Now is a lucky time.
Lucky time, and it's, well, every day is Lucky for Life Day now. But today is the old Lucky for Life Day. That's 49, right?
49.
All right, now is a lucky time. Okay, the oracle message is, because it's upright, a sunny meadow calls and rabbit spirit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light so that you can participate in a fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. You are being invited into a new life that you have no experience with. But have no fear. Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy Rabbit Spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with Spirit. So let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. Woohoo! Awesome.
We will be lucky if Sunny doesn't knock over the camera. Because
I love bunnies. Hey, Angel, good to see you. Good evening to you.
Hi, Angel.
Let's see. All right. 49 is 4. Yeah, you're right. I like 4. 4 is, of course, my birth month number. Mr. O, what kind of decks do you have today?
Well, of course, I have that Karma Music Tarot, which I just mentioned and shown a card. I'm going to show another one, the Knight of Swords. And then I have the Adrian Tarot. And this one's the Nine of Swords. Adrian Tarot. And then I have the Tarot of the Cat People. And that's the Eight of Cups. Cat People.
Well, I've still got my summer choices, and I'm still going to the dogs because it's still the dog days of summer, at least till August, I think the first week of August. But I'll probably stop using these decks after tonight. I'll probably do 2 more weeks of my dog oracle on Facebook and Twitter, though. So let's see. So I have the Dog Magic Tarot with here's the 2 of Earth in that deck. I really like this deck. It's very nice too. And then I have fairies, summer fairies. We have the Mystic Fairy Tarot with the 10 of Swords. Not a happy card, but looks a little less scary here maybe. Well, no. Look at all those thorns stabbing her. Oops. And then, of course, I have the Wise Dog Tarot. Oh, look at this. It's the 10 of Swords also in that deck. I'm just pulling the first card from each. And finally, we can't have a summer without a Mermaid Tarot. Another 10. But it's the 10 of Cups.
I was thinking of bringing in my Mermaid Tarot, but I didn't for some reason.
Ah.
So I'm glad now. All 10s, eh? Lots of 10s.
Yeah, well, almost all. 2 was the one deck. All right, and then, of course, I have my Jamie Sawyer Lenormand tiles. All right.
So I suppose we should announce what's going on. And the first big thing is that tomorrow at noon, we're going to have another pop-up happy hour. So for tomorrow from noon to 1 on our YouTube channel, we will have happy hour. It's our 1 card per person, positive notes or affirmations that we can give to you, a positive reading.
Now, Kaliel, KC, whose birthday it is tomorrow, said he wants to spend the last hours of his 40s
with old
us.
people
With
like us.
Gee, I'm honored, really, to send him off into the 50s.
You'll be sorry, Kellyo.
But we will. We will be doing he's got to come Sunday because we will do a birthday reading for him, but on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully he'll be there.
But in addition to the happy hour, my own program, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, will air at 7 tomorrow morning. It's a pre-recorded show, so it just goes through the elemental signs of the zodiac and gives them the heads up on the emotional situations, possible romances, or whatever that's going on in your life.
Is that about it?
For now.
Well, we also have an anniversary coming up very shortly. Our Twitter and YouTube anniversary.
Our YouTube anniversary.
Basically.
Of live streaming. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it'll be 2 years, a full 2 years of doing this, and we'll be celebrating. There's definitely going to be a video. We're going to recap some of our predictions from the previous year to see how we've done, and we'll go over that, and maybe there'll be we might add a prediction
note
or 2 at the end of that video. So you won't want to miss that one.
Maybe there'll be a pink slip or cancellation notice from YouTube. You're out of here. Nah, we don't think so.
No, I think not, Mr. O.
Because we have the best fans in the world.
Is that why they keep us?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, I apparently have a substantial loss of power.
Again?
Yeah, it says it's acting like I'm not plugged in, but I am plugged in, so me needs to find that out. So hold on a moment.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm just going to switch there. I see what it is, though. The power switch is turned off. The power switch is actually turned off. Who in the fuck does this?
Must have gotten stepped on.
We could have gone off for an entirely different reason than the last time that we went off.
Hey, Libra.
Last time we disconnected because for some inadvertent random reason the streaming software just went. Now I almost ran out of power because for some reason the power switch wasn't engaging and charging properly.
First off, let me...
Right around our anniversary. Yes, dear?
Right around our anniversary?
Well, we're getting ready for the anniversary.
Oh, the streaming software did not go bonkers. Our internet went out the last time. It was our internet. We've been having these outages.
Notifications say maybe not.
Well, we were having these outages, and we had another one recently, so I'm a little concerned about that. That could happen again. Just seems to be our internet service provider
On
doing
the other
that.
hand, I didn't really totally tell you this, but our last live stream, we racked up about 30 some to 40 notifications of lagging. And that was, of course, when that happened too, I believe, right?
Stream lagging, that is correct.
So I do think that there's something going on with the software, and I don't know exactly how to correct it, so I got to try to look into that more when I have some time.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so let's get going.
not bore our wonderful audience with that. Let's move on. So we've got the list here, and we have Aaliyah is first, and then Mama Teresa, My Sweet Christina, Gina, Angel Rivera, and Libra Cusp.
All right.
All right. So we'll wait for Aaliyah's question. And good to see you here, Aaliyah. So I got to watch ping pong today, the Chinese versus the Chinese for the gold medal. It was the women's ping pong finals in the Olympics. I used to love playing ping pong, and I actually won a city tournament. Well, actually I was runner-up. Okay, I was second place. But I'm very proud of that when I was young, in my youth. Uh-oh.
Can you tell if it sounds more like an infant or young child crying? Because that's not good if that is. Other children might scream or cry for a variety of reasons that may not, necessarily be dangerous, but it sure must not be fun.
So you want to know if they're going to move soon, or do you want to know something about what's going on with this family and why the kid is screaming? We can check, though. We can do a yes/no on the move. Why don't we use one of your decks?
So I'll use the Tarot of the Cat People for that.
Yeah, that is kind of disturbing. You never know what to do in situations like that. It's kind of creepy. He's a kid, but not a young child. Unless he just has behavioral dysfunctions, too.
I kind of wanted to rule out things like, the so-called baby crying because of colic, an infant, that kind of thing. Thanks, Sonny. Your tail got kind of caught up in my cards there.
I'm going to try to move and give him more space again. I can move this here. Okay, you got it. Well, let's see what we get. Let's see what we can pinpoint here. If we have to go beyond a yes/no.
Are they gonna move soon? Yeah, we probably will, but at least we'll get an idea if that's somehow in the picture at all. Oh, Sunman.
Lay down. You?
Can't you just lay down?
No, he cannot. And yesterday I actually watched, it's been years since I've caught an equestrian event at the Olympics. I watched some equestrian event yesterday, of which I'm not even sure what it was, but I enjoyed it. This cat. This cat is wrecking my set.
This kitten is a cat now.
All right.
Dang, we have 3 aces.
Wow.
And usually that means that the answer is almost certainly yes.
So they might be moving soon.
So they may indeed be moving. We always caveat everything.
I don't know how long they've been there to begin with, but maybe their stay there will not be much longer. Let's, why don't we throw 3 more cards and see if we get a beat on what's going on at all with this.
Right, because these don't tell us anything
that's
other
not telling-
than the idea that this seems to be an affirmative answer. It doesn't give us any
Is
other
that the one, Gina,
feelings or
where they
nuance.
kind of prance around in the arena there, just doing different kinds of step moves? Shows you how little I know about the equestrian stuff because it's been so long. I used to watch it years ago.
You know, I used to feel that I had friends who were very callous about children, and not just like babies, you know, but children, you know, like they just had no patience for children. And I thought, well, I'm more patient because I've been a parent. But I realize now that, you know, that's not really fair. Sometimes people just have a breaking point, and it's what you're used to. You know, some people just aren't used to having children around and unruly children. I mean, I came from the age where, you know, we were taught to be
Stay
more
there.
polite and mannerly,
Stay
and
there.
we always taught Monster how to be the best, politest monster possible. We think we did a good job, too.
Okay, horse dancing. Okay. Thanks, Gina. I thought it was neat. I thought it was very cool.
I'm going to let you pull.
And yesterday I saw some weightlifting, which I haven't seen in years either.
Okay, Leah.
Well, they're reversed here, 2 of them. The Page of Swords is reversed,
Bad news.
and the Tower is reversed.
Badder news.
Badder news. But then we have Strength upright.
Well, I'm going to say that maybe this family is actually imploding in certain ways. They may come out of it, the strength upright, but maybe there's some bad news that's going on that's affecting them. I sort of see the Page of Swords reversed, bearing some news that's stressful or not so nice. The Tower reversed, indicating that maybe nothing that they could change, and that they're really not seeing their way out, or they're not learning what they need to do to get out. So I don't know if this is news directly affecting them, like maybe their careers have gone down the tubes and that's it for them, or if it's just other news that affects them somehow.
Well, you know, Aaliyah, I'm looking at that Page of Swords, and for some reason I'm feeling this is indicative of there's a lot of communication difficulties in this family. I feel that that is pointing to that. And with the Tower reversed, it indicates to me that, you know, there may be some dysfunctionality going on here as far as they just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Why can't they move on and learn from their mistakes? I'm not sure here. But the strength is the saving grace here, you know. Maybe they're trying to pull it together, but you know, and maybe they're, you know, maybe part of it is they're trying to find their way to be more, you know, to work more, how do I say this, more peaceably with each other rather than trying to push their way. But it sounds like with the child, at any rate, maybe maybe this Tower and this Page of Swords reversed indicates that this is the child acting out inappropriately. I mean, it could be that. Or, like I said, it could also be maybe the parents really keep repeating the same cycles of mistakes, and that's why communication and there's all this shouting and screaming going on.
There may be a dichotomy between each parent, or somehow a factioning within this unit, and maybe one person is the person who's trying to bring things to you know, some better sense, and the other person is the person who's kind of flailing there. So let's pull the Lenormand then and see what we got.
You know, I definitely had, you know, they make it look so easy, Gina, but I definitely feel it was more complicated than what it looked like, you know? Here you go.
Wow.
Well, they be moving.
They be moving. There's the ship.
And
And probably because of some luck that occurs to them, or luck somehow figures into this,
they may just figure ultimately it might be in their best interests to move, that they would be lucky in making a move at this time, or, maybe something, like he says, comes along that allows them that opportunity to move to a better environment, or, just make a change or a move that they need to do, to make their situation better.
It may be that, of course, adversity drives the change, and so we saw these things with that tower reversed, and they're flailing about there. But maybe the idea that, somebody is reasonably strong enough to kind of pull it together is the saving grace. Maybe with a little bit of luck, they're gonna probably move. Hopefully, they'll have better luck in the future, be able to manage things better.
Either that, or all I can say is that maybe something will shift and change in, the problems that are going on here. But it looks like a move.
And it's interesting I said manage, because sometimes I think that that's really kind of like the strength card, is like how you manage things.
Right.
Do you manage things carelessly, applying more force to it than you need to, or do you manage things with more thought? So hopefully that's going to work out for them, and hopefully you'll sleep better at night and be able to study when you need to.
Oh, gee, Leah, well, good luck with that situation. I know it can be frustrating. I know. We've had a few neighbor issues in the past.
Oh yeah, someday we'll have to tell the story.
And not
Which
just
one?
here. Yeah, no, not here.
No, I'm thinking of our college
Oh, yeah.
days.
Well, no, I'm thinking about raising our son in Hamtramck.
That too, oh my goodness.
We were anyway, we're not going to go there. All right, Mama T, you are next, and then my sweet Christina, Gina, Angel Rivera, and Libra.
All right.
What you got for us, Mama T?
Sure. Well, I realize there have been times in my life where living on the other side of the wall from another person, I have probably been too loud with some things I may have yelled at her or somebody else, our son, who knows.
Seems to me there's big money wherever horses are concerned. But
You're
that's
welcome,
pretty big
Aliyah.
money. Holy
You're
cow.
welcome. Good luck.
Wow. Okay, how does the upcoming week look? Let's see what we've got for Mama T. I'll get a
All
deck.
right.
Yes. Boy, those horses look so beautiful too. They are just wonderful. So I've just been trying to catch some Olympic things I've never or haven't been able to see in the past. More of the diving events and just some of the oddball stuff. Like I said, like handball, which I never watched. Ping pong, which I don't know why I never watched that. The only thing I missed, and I'm sorry I've missed, is badminton. If they've shown it, I don't know when, but I missed it. And I love volleyball. Oh, I love volleyball because I used to play. They didn't have a sports team in volleyball, but we had intramural leagues, and I used to play on those when I was growing up. And I hear somebody I don't want to give it away, but I guess somebody won a gold medal tonight in the U.S., which was a surprise, or during the day today. I'm really happy to hear about that. I won't say what or who, if anybody's watching later. All right. So I'm hoping to catch some of that tonight, too. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is reversed. And then we have a second page, the Page of Pentacles. And that too is reversed. And then it looks like here, I'm making sure, but I'm positive that's it. It is the Ten of Wands upright. So, Mama T, I think this upcoming week is going to be a little bit of a struggle. That's a 10 of Wands there, feeling, like things are weighing heavily on you right now. You might be getting some news that's emotionally upsetting, or maybe some news that you're getting, you're just taking it badly, one way or another. Whether the news in and of itself is upsetting or you're just taking it badly, that's kind of what it looks like to me. It may be related to money or finance.
It could be that there are some messages coming to you with bills or things that you're not prepared to pay, or things that are just basically troublesome notes to you. It could be, the people that bother you, things like that. Mostly what this is doing is just giving you a feeling of oppression, and you're going to have to work on that. But it's hard to sometimes. The big part of this, I think, is that Page of Cups in a way, because it sort of represents the fact that emotionally this stuff does really wear on you. If people are always indicating negative things towards you, or the information you get is mostly negative, it just feels kind of rotten. So you have to try, to perk up as you can. And maybe tomorrow you should just turn up at our pop-up and we'll see about some positive news.
Well, right, exactly. So I think that maybe whatever this is stressing you out and causing you to be burdened. But the other thing to know about the 10 of Wands is that, even though you feel burdened, you're nearing the end of something. You are nearing the end of something, and usually when something is about to conclude, that's when things get hot and heavy, That's when you either got to put in some extra effort, or there's some extra stress, there's different things that come up. It's usually towards the end where it's crunch time that we really start feeling that pressure, Mama T. So the good news is that, you're coming close to ending something. Well, you go first, Mr. O. Oh, what do you got?
And maybe starting something new, because you have the tree, so there's some things that are going to grow or flourish or present themselves to you as bringing you health, or helping you understand what your health concerns are and what you should do. And then Banshee pulled the lady. Which is you. Which is you.
So I really feel here, this is a time you need to focus on your health. Whether it's mental, emotional, or physical health, is a time to focus on that. But also, I was just talking about how you're nearing an ending, and the tree is about growth. So obviously with every ending comes a new beginning, and something sprouts and grows from there. And so I kind of feel like you're on a journey to something that's going to grow.
And I sort of feel that when I combine them with the 2 pages, the pages are messages that maybe they're just saying things aren't working out, but they could just also be saying there are some delays to what your plans are. And so maybe this is just a matter of settling in and working with that energy and letting it change and seeing where the change goes.
Sounds good to me, Mr. O.
Alrighty.
All right. So
Thanks
that's what we have for you, Mama T. Good luck with that. And I see my sweet Christina has posted the question. All right, so sometimes you ask some unusual questions, my sweet Christina. So I'm just asking, so is this somebody you know, a judge that stopped by?
Not only that, but we could just say, yes, he did. No, he didn't.
No, we will not do that.
And then we're like, we want to know more. Oh, right, we're supposed to read the cards.
Have a negative hidden agenda.
You're welcome, Mama T. Hang in there.
Do we want to do a yes/no? What do we want to do on that one? Let's start with a yes/no.
Okay, I'm going to use the Adrian Tarot for that.
Hey, you're welcome, Mama T.
You are very welcome. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Myself. Oh,
well. Oh, you and his toy.
I have his lamb chops. He likes it. thinks it's like his little baby.
Well, that's hilarious.
Well, you know that other furry thing he plays with and is ripping to shreds? He doesn't rip this one up.
Wonder
He just
why.
kind of lays with it and kind of nuzzles with it.
I just heard a little forlorn meow from the other room.
Oh.
I think it was Sassy.
Hmm.
So this week I did 2 unboxings. I did the unboxing of The Murder of the Crows, which is a newer set, and I have a limited edition of it. So I did an unboxing of that. It's a really artistic and stylish deck that will probably be more appropriate for Goth Tarot. So of course I reviewed it as a special episode of Goth Tarot, but then I also reviewed the also relatively new and also a limited edition for me, the Thoth Journey Oracle of Change, which is beautiful. And I did that as an unboxing, as a special episode of Thoughts from Thoth Thursday. So those are both on the YouTube channel. Hope you can check those out. And it was fun to do them, and there really are very vivid and striking decks, each in different ways.
Oops.
And of course, those will both be decks I'll use in the future on this show, as well as, you know, some of our other programs.
Well,
So what do we got?
Interesting, my sweet. I'm getting mixed messages here.
Thank you,
a little
Mama
bit.
T.
It's leaning towards yes, so it's not a definite yes. In other words, that there were some negative reasons.
It's
but,
more likely yes.
But you have the Nine of Swords reversed. And that's kind of sending me a mixed message here. But I don't know what you're going to say about it, Mr. O. Because it's maybe yes that there was negative vibes, but the Nine of Swords reversed is acting like, don't worry about it.
Well, it sounds to me like it's probably something that is passing consequence. Maybe it was just more of an appearance to sort of set a tone, put a tone in the air. But ultimately, what I'm also feeling too is that this may be a situation that isn't really exactly affecting you. It might be about somebody you're related to or involved with, maybe. Maybe they're there to express their own misgivings about something, their own bad feelings about something.
I was just catching up with some of your horse comments, Gina. Yeah.
Oh dear. Huh.
So what do you think? What do you think about that?
I just said so.
Well, but
Yes.
do we need to do more?
Of course.
All
Of
right.
course we do.
Because I want to see.
I said that maybe they were coming to express something more about themselves, and it's in relationship to maybe a situation that's peripheral but not direct to my sweet. I don't know. Just the way I felt like maybe it's something about somebody else in or connected to my sweet.
Well, maybe, or I wonder if all they had to do was come by for some reason and something got, just that visit confirmed something to them and maybe they don't need to go any further with it. It just seems like your fears might be unfounded now, or not.
Or it's not really
stress is going to ease.
It's not specific to you, or it's something that really has already started to wane in some respect. But I sort of wonder, like I said, if maybe they're just sort of setting a tone, sort of just announcing a presence of some sort, not to necessarily move you in one way, but just to sort of say, I'm a marker here too.
Do we need to do something else?
We said we did. I'll let you
I'm
start.
just- Ooh, ouch.
Am I right? Okay, that's interesting. I still am kind of confused because the motive doesn't seem to be any clearer, other than the fact that they're sort of just more to sort of signifying their presence somehow, and or the thing about that it's a passing thing that isn't exactly related to you.
Did I start? Or yeah.
You
I
did.
did.
So now we're going to just see if a couple more cards might give us more information. And I am also noting too that Mr. Sunny's fur is flying around and it's tickling my nose. This is not a good thing. But let's see what we can see here, my sweet. Alrighty.
Get it, Sonny. Get that mouse. Wow. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups has made a reappearance, reversed. Again. We have the... That's upright. The Four of Pentacles, right? Upright.
It is upright. It's the Four of Pentacles.
And Strength is reversed. So 2 repeat cards in a way.
Yeah.
But Strength was not reversed and I pulled it before for someone.
Well, there...
So, go ahead.
There does seem to be some sort of sending of a message or some sort of indication of something, because of course pages usually are about messages, and this one has emotional overtones because it's the cups reversed, and then there's the Strength reverse there. And let's be honest, a lot of times in most of the decks, Strength and the Justice card can be switched or have very complementary or corollary type focuses or things going on there. So I'm almost wondering if, one, it's about money and somebody's money, maybe yours, maybe somebody else's, or about their feeling like they need to collect money. So maybe are they trying to possibly be influencing in that matter, that maybe they feel like they are trying to indicate something's owed to them, and that maybe they can, work their way on that.
Okay, go.
Yes, you can go. Yours will be boring.
So, you know what? I get the feeling here that with
dear.
the Page of Cups reversed, that to me is talking about this visit. This was kind of emotionally upsetting. You had concerns about this visitor, and it seems to me money, possessions, or property could be involved in some way. It looks like, and yet, with Strength reversed, I just feel like maybe this is a time to really kind of assert yourself. If you have concerns and you need to get to the bottom of this, is to just get down to it and say, hey, what, is there a reason you came by? Maybe it's a matter of talking to
It's a
this
stand your
person.
ground kind of
It's a
card.
stand your ground kind of card. Because upright, it's kind of talking about maybe applying gentle force. I think reversed, maybe I'm looking at this as a time to apply a little bit more pressure or more weight on the situation yourself.
Did you say that about the dreams too, because of that Page of Cups, which does have the dreamy element there too? So that's kind of interesting, my sweet, because I do feel that there is a hidden agenda here. I mean, I think it's really clear is that maybe it's not so hidden, but it's sort of like, politely hidden. Like, we won't say it's about money, but it's really about money, possessions, or something.
Some material matter, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know.
Let's pull the Lenormand.
But let's pull the Lenormand on that. Absolutely. Is it me?
It's you.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I got a handful.
It's not fishy at all.
I have a handful of them. Hold on.
Watch her pull the
There we
fish.
go. Okay. All right.
For me. No, I didn't pull the fish. I pulled the mice.
The Mice in the Garden.
Mice in the garden. Well, the plot thickens, perhaps.
Doesn't it? It almost sounds to me like, could this be a neighbor? Could this be somebody in the neighborhood? Could this, a problem with, could this be just a matter of, somebody speaking, somebody
If it's a neighbor,
stirring up trouble.
If it's a neighbor, could it be involved with property issues
Well, I'm
because of the
looking at
neediness?
the mice as being trouble here. Somebody
true.
trying to stir up trouble.
And I guess I'm maybe sensing that it could be property issues, like somebody feels like, oh,
Well,
your fence is over 2 inches on my land, or some crap like that.
well, it could be, because the garden is outdoors, of course, and I could see that, but I also think the garden is about, like, the people around you, the people you socialize with in some way. Whether it's on social media or whether it's in person. A lot of times it's in person, and so right away, I got an immediate sense of the neighborhood.
I'm picking up that gal from, I can't think of her name, but, she doesn't give a damn about her reputation. And I'm just wondering if, like, maybe there's this idea here about that, too, that this person is coming to maybe try to provoke something, and you just need to hold your ground.
Gina, you're making our tarot reading an Olympic event. I like it. Did you read?
I did, and I'll have you know I will lose. I never win with anything that measures the physical. I lose.
This is a no-lose Olympic event.
So my sweet, it does seem to be interesting. I don't think that we got any closer other than it might be about neighborly issues. Maybe it involves, in my opinion, something about property or, troublesome neighbors. You need to hold your ground to some degree because I don't think it's exactly direct enough. It may be more threatening than actually having some teeth to it at this point, at least.
So that's what we have for you. I hope that helps somewhat, my sweet. Good luck with that.
Olympic Tarot.
I like it. So here's the deal, Gina.
Gee,
Wait a
we
minute.
have 4 years to really work this up to a real event.
Here's the deal, Gina. We know you want the Karma Music Tarot. You may hand me that. Hand me the cards, Mr. O.
Hand me those cards.
Hand me the cards.
No, it has to be equal.
Okay, then since he's making that...
Give me those. And I'll give you these.
Gina, so I have 3
I'll
oracle...
cut the mic.
I have 3 oracle decks at my disposal here. I have the Animal Spirit one we used. I have the Sacred Forest one. And I have the Shaman's Dream one. Which one would you like? Your choice. Hey, you can take these back
Why?
because we're not using those. That's one reason. Okay, so Sacred Forest, Shaman's Dream, or Spirit Animal. Shaman's Dream. I knew you were going to pick that one. All right.
But she always says, please don't touch the shaman.
Uh,
Are you sure I can touch it?
so, Gina, by having us do it this way, you are crossing the streams here.
Oh no!
As the old Ghostbusters movie would say.
Do we have to synchronize our shuffling? Not bad, not bad. Snort, giggle,
Oh,
snort.
Mr. O. Yes, Mr. O's been doing videos, and I'm hoping to post a blog post very soon now. I swear I've got 4 different blog posts in the work, and none of them finished. What is wrong with this book? I have to get organized.
Do we just pull from each other?
Yeah, but I would cut, like you normally do for tarot and just pick them up the way you normally do. I'm doing that right now. Wow, almost in sync there. We deserve a gold medal. Okay.
You're going to be sorry.
Ooh.
You're going to be sorry.
She's never sorry.
Well, maybe you won't be sorry, but I pulled the Tower.
Which is really interesting with this one too, I think. And I pulled the Eye of the Needle.
Yow!
So beautiful looking card, but it
Oh my
makes me
God.
wonder
They
here.
totally, look at that, intentionality and the Tower.
And that's number 17. The Tower's number 16, isn't it?
Ah!
Wow.
And 16 and 17 are 33. Wow!
So the Eye of the Needle, intentionality, clarity, positive outcomes. If you look through the eye of a needle, what do you see? Summon the experience of being so singularly focused on the task ahead that it becomes natural to remove everything that is superfluous, every distraction, every non-essential, so you can succeed. What is, in this case, the definition of success? In order for the threading of the needle to happen, everything not in alignment with your goal needs to go. This is the only way you'll get to what you need. Shrewd discernment, the willingness to winnow down the needle thread connection to its essence. Let me finish, please.
No!
The eye of the needle looks so tiny, but once your intention threads through it, a vast opportunity is presented on the other side. The needle can mend, can sew things together to make something meaningful and new. You're experiencing success right now. Stay true to your desires, to the work you need to accomplish, so you are laser focused on the experience of creating and manifesting. The outcome is assured by divine forces. And what a divine force we have here. So you want to go into the Tower, Mr.
Well, we all know the Tower. To me, these cards are almost the same in a way, but this card is maybe saying that this divine spark here really involves you saying, I'm done with whatever. I'm moving towards the spark of lightning, the spark of life.
And I didn't even listen to your song yet. Oh my gosh, because I sent you that DM about that. Ah, that's so bizarre. Talk about your synchronicities.
Oh my goodness.
But I'll tell you that it seems to me these cards do go hand in hand, because with the Tower, you know, there's a destruction that brings this great awakening. And the
Clarity.
awakening in this case is like you just said, Sheena, you got to give all that superfluous stuff the heave-ho and focus yourself on your intention, you know, on your true intent. That's what you have to do.
And the Tower really is about discovering the truth in a way, and discovering the truth in a way that leaves you realizing you didn't have the truth, but now you have a chance at going to the truth.
Right, and now that there's more clarity, you know what you need to focus on to succeed and what you need to give the heave-ho to. Wow, pretty interesting combination. Nice crossing of the streams there, Gina. That was pretty awesome.
And you hardly had a moment to
But
train
you
us.
know, we still have to do a Lenormand.
Okay.
And I think, weren't you first?
Yes, I was.
Well, then do it.
The Inner Tower of Power. Oh.
Oh, what you got?
Well, what could possibly go wrong?
Uh-oh. Well, maybe nothing.
A snake and the sun.
So you need to shed a light on the things in your life that are, you know, there might be things in the scenario, in the situation that you felt, you know, were necessary, you know, for you to succeed. but maybe they're not. I think that deceptions are going to be revealed. In other words, things that you really thought were, in your best interests are not. And you're going to find that out now, and you're going to be able to give them the heave-ho and move on.
Well, the sun and the eye of the needle, that almost looks like a sun image there.
I know.
But when she said, the first word she said about the snake, it almost sounded like she said shed. And I said, yes, shed skin. That's what a snake does too. They shed their skin and metamorphose into something new. That almost looks like a snake eye there.
Well, and in that light, if you want to look at it in that light, which I think is perfectly acceptable, Mr. O, you shed the skin in order to transform into something new. And I think it's there. What? Now what? You distracted me from my thought because you're acting out here.
I have the better thought.
What? Oh my God.
7 snake, 31 sun. That's 38. That's 11. So that's another master number.
Thanks.
Why are you doing that?
I'm just thinking, that's all.
Didn't we talk about
Throw
this?
in the bag at you.
Didn't we talked about this, about you thinking, didn't we?
I'm not allowed to think anymore. I'm
Well-
sorry. That's what we have for you, so good luck with that. But I think the shedding of the skin is just also about shedding those things that are not helping you. And you're beginning to see the light, according to the sun there.
Bisexual. You're nuts, but so are we.
I think we are today. I'm not sure why. I had kind of a crazy day today.
All right.
All right, well, let me pop these back in my box here. Where is my box? Oh, here.
Oh my goodness.
So, hey, all right, Angel Rivera, you are up, and then Libra Cusp.
Indeed.
Gosh, are we almost done? It's not even 8 o'clock? What the heck?
Well, then you get to go home early and watch the Olympics.
Hey.
Has anyone noticed any significant screen lagging? Because we are getting a number of notifications about it, but we don't feel that it's really affecting us. Just maybe a little bit of slowness or stutteriness.
We get a 10!
We get a 10. It was fun. We are a team.
It was fun, and it's, it's interesting how the cards can sync up like that.
Well, I never was super big on numerology, but more and more I just sort of feel like even if I don't know what the numbers vibrate mean, I know a master number when I see it, and I know that it means
We
something
know the
special.
significance of a number of numbers.
Yeah, it's true. Hi, Angel.
Oh,
All right, good. Good to know.
sure, absolutely, Angel.
So is it back to me?
Uh,
Let's use the Adrian Tarot.
okay. Jeez, you are...
Insufferable?
Yeah, I don't know, he does a couple videos, and he thinks he's taking over the freaking show now. What am I going to do with this guy?
Come on, slacker. We've been waiting.
I know.
Aren't you supposed to review things and stuff?
I know, I've got all these stupid things I'm doing for the blog, and I haven't finished a single one of them. I know. Anyway.
So we're also using one of the beautiful new cloths that we get from Spellfire for our backdrop for the
Okay,
cards.
my sweet Christina did say some comment there.
Okay. Glitching or just slowness or little like burbles in the stream. I mean, is it like
And
totally...
Gina said, I noticed it a bit. So Angel
Okay.
is not much on his end, so...
I see. Okay.
We
Yeah.
just don't know anymore.
We don't know what it is.
Like I
We can't
said, I
figure it
am
out.
probably going to have a conversation eventually with my service
With the-
provider that I'm not looking forward to, but I think it's going to happen.
I still have a feeling that it's the streaming software. to some degree.
You can go back and test with the old one if you want, but I bet you're going to
Okay.
have problems.
Bet you I won't.
Okay.
Want to shake on a general
No,
personally deal?
I don't. Did you give them to me to shuffle first, or did you?
You're good.
Okay.
Even if you're bad, you're good. Message from Spirit Divine. And we have the reversed Three of Swords.
At least it's reversed.
And we have the Page of Discs.
Oh.
It looks like a young devil in training. And then we have the upright Five of Cups.
Well, it's a mixed bag, isn't it?
There seems to be a story, though.
Okay, tell your story.
Well, maybe there's a little bit of forlornness, a little bit of feeling of alone, or that people have left you. But maybe the situation will repair, that hearts that feel bad may feel lifted at some point. I don't feel that this one pertains to work for some reason. It may be more personal. So I'm wondering if there's a message. Pages are messages, as we're always saying, maybe indicating these as either separate situations or sides of a situation. Healing comes to someone who felt that others had left their life, or healing comes, or maybe not. This often involves a separation, so maybe it's saying there's a healing that involves a separation, coming to terms with it being a separation.
Okay, I feel that my story is, I'm looking at that Three of Swords reversed. The Three of Swords reversed indicates to me that a healing is occurring now. Like something is righting itself, Angel. It may not necessarily, I mean, a lot of times, of course, the Three of Swords is about emotional wounds and healing, but, you know, emotional wounds can come from a variety of sources, not necessarily romantic. You know, it could be that the emotional healing is from some arguments or disagreements in the workplace, or, you know, between people, you know, friends, family, and there's some positive, growthful news coming. So I think out of this healing, there is some growth happening, but there's some remorse. There's looking back at just like, why did we have to go through all of this? I get the feeling that Five of Cups is saying, you know, you're looking down at those spilled cups and you're thinking, why on earth did it have to get to this point before we could come together and kumbaya and make things right again? So to me, I think this could sound like workplace, but it could also sound like in your personal life. It just sounds as though something is starting to heal now and there's positive movement forward, but it's kind of like you're looking at it in terms of, gee, but we had to go through all this drama, you know, or trauma to, you know, and here we are, and now we're here.
Maybe, to me, sometimes the Page of Discs, the Page of Pentacles, suggests really a sense of focusing inward too, really introspection. Even if some of this is about stress or emotional matters, being able to just sort of focus in on it and understand what the elements are maybe might be helpful in pulling it through to the other side, or activating the healing. Maybe that's what is going to happen. Right. Crossroads.
Well, it's interesting. I got the Lady card here, so clearly there is somebody else involved here, and you know, it's some decision that they need to make, some decision on a new direction, or just deciding a particular course of action. I wonder if it just all hinges on that, and then finally, once that's done, everything seems to get better, but you know, it still makes you, it just leaves kind of a bitter, you know, I'm just going to say a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth because of that Five of Cups. It's like, well, that's all fine, but look at what we had to go through to get here. And was that really necessary?
Well, I have to say it, but I guess to me, what I feel these cards, the Lenormand are saying is that maybe somebody you do care for. I don't know exactly the nature of the relationship, but somebody is maybe thinking that they're changing things. They're moving away. They have opportunities, or they're dissatisfied with something now, and they're moving away. And so I sort of see this as being, part of that, coming to terms with accepting a separation and still, feeling honest about what your feelings are there, the forlornness.
Well, so we went on a couple different tangents with that, but that's what we have for you. So I hope some of that resonates.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome.
I still think he's a devil in training.
It's an interesting card for sure. Yeah, I know. That is kind of a cool one.
Well, it reminds me a little bit of some of the Tarot of the Northern Shadows that some of the images, youths with little horns on their heads. Okay.
We are on Libra Cusp. My goodness, we're on our last reading and it's only 8:01.
Yeah. You get to watch the Olympics
Well,
tonight,
we could
maybe.
kill a little time with something else maybe, but we'll see.
Sure. So other things that we're doing this week will, of course, be Banshee's Material Matters on Sunday.
You're welcome, Angel.
The Keys to Success, blah, blah, blah. Don't forget, we had the modality last week. We also had Goth Tarot yesterday. And, of course, we will have Happy Hour tomorrow.
Happy hour!
Happy Hour.
That'll be fun.
And I know we'll see some of you there.
Okay, Libra, you can go ahead and type your question.
And you're welcome, Angel. And we are looking forward to showing and talking about the last year, especially highlighting what we've done with prognostications.
Prognostication.
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 Okay.
I don't know.
Finding out stuff.
Predicting stuff. So, Libra, did Libra abandon us?
Libra, you're our last reading so far, so we're hanging on for another minute.
All right. Well, aw. Yeah, I had my teeth cleaning appointment this week. They found a cracked filling I'll have to go in for next month, but other than that,
I'm
teeth
going
are
in.
in pretty good shape.
I'm going in for my dental cleaning next Tuesday. They say I'm very compliant because I ended up just deciding I'm going to do this. I'm going to floss every day. Well, it's actually more like 5 or 6 days out of 7. I'm going to brush twice a day.
Yeah, I guess you can, my sweet. Libra's not responding, so
Yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. We'll do a question while we're waiting to see if Libra shows up again.
Libra didn't post one, did she?
I don't remember that, but I could take
I'm
a
gonna
peek.
go look. It's possible she just stopped in to say hi. She was there early on, and then I haven't seen her since.
Well, let's see what...
All right.
We'll do my sweet, and if Libra hasn't shown up, then we will say goodnight.
Let's use this stuff.
Oh, I like this question. Even though I don't know that we want to really know that.
Well, it's funny you mention that, since, of course, that material property card came up in your reading, that 4 of coins. So let's see.
Recently, I read I didn't totally read it, but I took a good look at it. A much more academic look at, well, the title of the book explains it, Folkloric American Witchcraft. And it was basically not talking about the neo-pagan Wiccan movement, that kind of thing, all the people that found out that they're Viking now, that kind of stuff. It's more about people who actually come from maybe semi-ethnic communities and have folkloric ideas and customs and traditions that have been passed down. So more like,
my grandmother?
More like your grandmother, but maybe people that were maybe a little bit more embedded in the American society prior to Polish immigration.
Because she brought it over from the old country.
But, so like maybe people who were Native American, maybe people who were Hispanic or Latino, maybe people who were Appalachian. And it's very interesting because it really talks about them from both the folkloric point of view, but also the modern practitioner point of view.
Huh.
Did you already shuffle?
I did. And you will cut them. And we're doing a yes, no.
I think it's possible because I just putting my feelers out there and I get the sense that they're a person that shields. Like it's hard to kind of get into their shield a little bit for me. So like maybe that means that they are trying to hide things or that they don't want certain things known.
Well, it's leaning towards no so far.
Which would be another form of shielding.
Nice cover there. We have one ace. It's leaning towards no, and the interesting thing about this is they're both upright and they're both swords cards. We have the Queen of Swords upright. And we have the Knight of Swords upright. And we have the Ace of Wands was the only ace that you received. So, what do we make of this? I feel like somebody feels like they're doing what they feel is right and just. They are looking for some sense of justice, whether it's the right or wrong. They're looking for some sense of justice here.
I think it's also about bringing things to a conclusion or furthering a project, moving ahead, but mostly bringing it to a conclusion. And I feel that there's a lot of fairness here, believe it or not. I sort of sense that, even though we talked about some of these things before that. Look, I'm turning Italian. I'm moving my hands around. Sorry. But I do feel like maybe there is nothing that I can clearly see as maleficent here.
Yeah, no.
Which could, like I said, add to the idea that they shield well. I sort of got the sense that there was a shield there. And
I also feel that it could indicate that that's just how they feel. They feel they're right in what they're doing and why they're doing it.
And another thing I thought about, which is that I don't think you mentioned it, but I was wondering, did you say if they were male or female? Because I sort of sensed them being female for some reason. Go on.
No. I think here too that I don't know, I'm looking at those two cards and I'm almost feeling that no, I feel that they're not using spells, my sweet Christina. I feel like, with those being sword cards and upright the way they are, that they would be taking a more direct approach with you. And a more logical rather than a more mystical or, do you know what I mean?
I get that. And
I'm
of course,
really getting that.
And I said that just in terms of, sort of wanting to move it, not necessarily with unnatural or, supernatural. Ooh. So we have the coffin and we have the garden. So the coffin talks about endings, right?
Yeah.
And the garden talks about maybe it's your guard, but maybe it's also your social activity or your social world around you. Maybe they feel they're changing some paradigm for you, or maybe that's part of their rationale, that they want to sort of change some paradigm or some procedure or some way that things operate in.
I'm wondering if they just want to, maybe it's not them, but it looks to me like possibly that some severing of a connection is coming, either with them, to them. They're trying to end something, and sometimes I look at the garden card as like we're all connected, we're at this, either a social event or something where everything is connected. They're trying to break some connection or ties, or maybe in fact you need to do that. Maybe this is a call for you needing to break a connection or ties with this individual.
Okay, so I apparently sense that they were female, and of course you can take the judge out of the person, but can you take the person out of the judge? This person, this Queen of Swords, tends to stand for a woman or a person who sits in judgment, who makes decisions, who is important in that regard. So I haven't added much to it by saying, thank you for clarifying that, but I do feel Banshee's really on there too, that, and what I said earlier, that they're here to kind of change something, or they feel something needs to change, or they're clearing the air. I sort of alluded to that before when we did the other thing. They're sort
I
of,
like that about clearing the air too, because that's very,
and they're swords.
yes, that's very sword-like, and right, and the Knight of Swords is kind of like that. Let's cut to the chase. Let's clear the air. See, I think they're taking a more direct approach than doing spells. Yeah. But that's what we have for you. So I'm going to leave it at that.
And that means it's time to go get a 10 in the Olympics or whatever they do.
Well, does anybody else who's here, I'm just going to offer it up, who wants a second, want another reading? You could get one now, or I guess we're going to end early today. Wow, because Thursday last week was kind of hopping, wasn't it? It was a lot busier.
Yeah, last Thursday we were uncharacteristically busy.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody's watching the Olympics.
Yeah, I know it could be. I know I have to pick between one of my favorite Food Network shows, Restaurant Impossible, or the Olympics tonight, and the Olympics wins.
So just a reminder, everybody, you can check out our happy hour tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Rumor has it that Casey, the Kellio, will join us, so we can all wish him happy birthday. But we will be back on Sunday at our normal time of 2 to 4 p.m. Watch my outlook on the emotional exchanges tomorrow also. And also watch Banshee's Material Matters on Sunday morning. And with that...
Well, I was going to ask for Libra one more time. Did Libra come back? If you're here, we'll do your reading. If not, we're going to call it an early night tonight.
She wants us to pull a card for KC.
Oh, all right. Oh, it's already his birthday? Well, wait a minute. He said he was going to spend his last hours with us tomorrow.
He's a Leo. They don't tell the truth all the time.
I was going to say that the Estonian team, which was it? They mentioned something about the Estonian team dominating some medal competition.
I want you to
I
pull
can't remember
the
which
perfect
one now.
one. It has to either be the devil or the rods or...
Oh, no, I picked the perfect one for Casey. Yes, I did, Gina.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's the lovers.
The lovers.
Wow, so could there be a new romance in the offing for KC in the year ahead?
KC,
or
somewhere
rekindling.
in the middle of the night or whatever it is. Is something tingling? And I mean your ears.
Well, it's funny because also this card is a lot about balance too. Getting things in balance
That's
in the year
beautiful.
ahead, and keep. Obviously he's going to be heading back to pounding the books come September.
Or
so
pounding something.
hey, Mr. O. So you're so bad.
I'm a Scorpio. What did you expect?
But I think the Lovers is really a nice card. Also, he's got to choose wisely in this year ahead. He's got to prioritize the things in his life and make good choices in the year ahead.
What did she say there?
A wand. No, we didn't get a wand, but the Lovers is the next best thing.
What's the one above that?
He's 7 hours ahead of us.
No.
What? A wad. A wand.
A wad.
She meant wand. She just mistyped.
Did she?
I'm sure she did.
I'm having too much fun. I have the best talk.
You
I have
are
the best
so
talk.
funny.
People are
Gina.
saying that. I have the best talk.
Yeah. Did you read her comment about Casey?
Oh. Oh.
Well, I think, next to the Ace of Wands, that's probably a pretty good one for Casey to get.
So I had to clear the tears from my eyes because I started laughing so much.
Oh, gosh. Well, I guess this is a good note to end the show on, huh? We'll have to tell Casey to watch the end of this program for this. And, oh my goodness, that's awesome.
But
That is
everybody
funny.
that's still out there, Angel, I know you're out there probably, Gina, my sweet, and Mama T, thanks for coming tonight. Thank you, everybody.
We appreciate you. We enjoyed the company. And we're going to call it a night. And I'm going to go watch the gymnasts perform.
So we'll see you soon.
Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon. Hopefully happy hour or Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye now.